Okay, yeah, we should be good now. So, we've got another CPU tournament here. We're going to do two. In this first one, we've got Zelda, Ness, Mr. Game & Watch, Ice Climbers, Richter, Sonic, Yoshi, Young Link, Mario, Marth, then we have Donkey Kong, Luigi, Diddy Kong, Pac-Man, Joker, and Blood Falcon, who I thought was dead, but I guess he's kind of made his way back. Thought he died in the last Contest of Champions, but I guess he's here to maybe get revenge on Captain Falcon for defeating him. But yeah, I'm gonna shovel this a few times now, and then we'll get started. Because yeah, in the actual Contest of Champions, Falcon kind of just bodied him, 0-to-deathed him at it. But yeah, looks like he's gonna have to fight Joker in round 1. So, ones out of those two will be moving on to the Contest of Champions, so maybe Blood Falcon's here to get his revenge. Yeah, for game 1 of round 1 we have Marth versus Richter. Not the best of a start for Marth, but definitely not too bad of a matchup. Obviously Marth's gonna have to struggle with his projectiles, but Marth could land some tippers through this because Richter might try to space himself away from Marth, which is kind of what Marth wants, actually, so. But yeah, pretty even at the start here. They're both kind of trading lead, although Marth did just get a really good edge guard on Richter. Let's trumped him into a back air. Even though the back air wasn't the sweet spot of the tipper, it was still strong enough to be able to gimp Richter's recovery. So Richter at about 20% on 2 stocks, and Marth's at about 81.7% on his first stock skill. Lands a side special, and almost lands an axe, but kind of keeps missing that. Lands a back air though, into another side special. Tries to land a forward air, Marth parries, tries to land F smash, but Richter blocked it. Because back air, not going to be too bad if it gets parried. Or not bad enough to where you're going to get forward smashed by Marth. But Richter not being able to recover yet again. Marth with a 2 stock lead now at 112.4% after that neutral air. Gets forward thrown and loses the stock. So it's still a somewhat winnable game for Richter. Richter just needs to go ahead and space himself away from Marth, except a bit out of the range of Marth's sword. That up tilt's definitely going to hurt Richter a lot, because it did get a tipper. The more tippers that Marth gets, the worse it is for Richter, basically, because he's already a stock behind, so he needs to either be right next to Marth and let Marth hit him with a lot of sour spots, but still do damage to Marth with projectiles, or he needs to space himself out of Marth's range and pretty much just stay out of the range. Yeah, Marth recovering really low there. It's able to hit Richter through the stage though. They're pretty even in terms of percent, but Marth still has a stock lead. Lands a dash attack with the tipper as well. Could go for an edge guard, but kind of went back to stage and then tried to see if Richter would neutral get up. Got a little bit too close there for the shield breaker to kill, I believe, but it still would have done some damage. It might kill it, as it would have hit Sour Spot. Sour Spot on the dash attack. Tries to land another one, but Richter was prepared to parry it. Parries another dash attack and punishes with a side special. And it's an up tilt. It's not going to be enough to kill, but it was really close actually. Marth at 146.1%, Richter at 131.5%. Lands the forward smash, so all he needs is to take another stock, or, you know, gimp Marth, and then he could have this game. Marth really needs to close out the stock on Richter though, if he wants to win it, as Richter's rage will start to build up pretty soon. Still alive at 147. Marth landing a dolphin slash through the stage there. Really good combo from Richter, although the Holy Water didn't break, although Marth was able to land a tipper on that up tilt, and it is going to be enough to kill Richter. So, yeah, Marth is going to move on to round 2. Wanted to drink some water, but I unmuted at the wrong part there. But now we've had Zelda versus Ice Climbers. Zelda won the first tournament of the set of 4, so it's going to be pretty interesting, I guess. Haven't really seen much of Ice Climbers in CPU tournaments. Hoping to see them more next season if we don't see them in the last two tournaments. As next season will be the last season. Unless I do a season with all the characters after the DLC characters are fully released. Because I don't think all the characters will be out by the time next season happens. I might wait until then, though. Banjo-Kazooie will most likely be out, but who really knows. That up air is going to be enough to take the Ice Climber's first stock, so Zelda with the stock lead at 65.2%. I'm gonna B-reverse that new special actually to make sure to hit Zelda with it. Landing a back air. Zelda teleports about mid, but tries the new special Ice Climber's read it and charged up smash, but Zelda just too far away to be able to land her neutral special and evade the up smash. Ice Climbers with the down special into a back air, and they are going to take the lead from that, although not by much. Zelda needs about 2 lightning kicks to be able to take their stock at this rate. Potentially, depending on where they are. Yeah, Ice Climbers aren't really going to approach Zelda whenever she's setting up her zone like that, because they don't really have to. Zelda pretty much just has to approach him if she wants to get the lead. And the Ice Climbers will kind of destroy her if she gets a bit too close. At least that's what it looks like. She was able to get out of there and lightning kick though. So, definitely a really good job from Zelda there. At 143%, so yeah, the down smash is going to take her stock and kind of even up the game. Ice Climbers at 1.6%, Zelda at 0, but both on their tournament stock. Ice Climbers take the lead with a neutral special. Tried to up special out of the way, but Zelda was able to land a lightning kick to a down throw neutral air. Nana is just going to SD for some reason. Don't really understand what happened there, but Zelda now definitely has a pretty strong advantage over Popo, especially on this final stock. Something that you don't really want to lose Nana on. I'm gonna get sent back into the center stage from that neutral air from Zelda. Could potentially get an edge guard here. If Popo gets an edge guard here on Zelda, then that could potentially be enough. If Wispy Blitz were to get an assist. Yeah, that forward smash is going to be enough to take Ice Climber's stock, so Zelda moves on to round 2. Nana decided to leave at the most inconvenient time. Now we have Sonic versus Dr. Mario. Sonic being the fastest character in the game, and Dr. Mario being one of the slowest. Sonic with the lead on first hit, about 6%, now at 23.9. Gonna land a pill into a back air. Sonic charging with spin dash. Dr. Mario tries to hit with a down air, but Sonic was able to land it and get in a fair afterwards for a bit of percent. Yeah, Dr. Mario managed to land on the spring with Sonic there and down special him. That would have been at about 70%. Doc could have killed off the top just off of that error alone. Still has his jump, so he will be able to make it back from that. Sonic recovering really low there, for no reason. Dr. Mario with the back air, that is going to be enough to give him Sonic. So Dr. Mario with the first stock. Spin dash into a forward air there from Sonic. Dr. Mario not able to recover, but Sonic does save him. Even though he is a stock behind, Sonic's still going to be pretty polite and save the Doctor. But Dr. Mario returns favor, or returns Sonic's politeness, I guess, with a down special. Which going to set Sonic even further behind. Lands it down air. Sonic landing a back air, though he did land the weak hit. Dr. Mario once again not able to recover, but Sonic tried to save him, I think, with the spring. Dr. Mario just didn't really want to fall into it. Don't think he would have been able to tech it because of pressure at the tournament. Gonna land a back throw into an up special. Pretty much just a sure you can. Gonna be another back throw here. It's not gonna be enough to kill, but it's gonna be really close. Dr. Mario going for an edge guard, although kind of retreats as Sonic went a bit too low for him. Lands a fair on the platform there. Sonic's fair, dragging Dr. Mario off stage, but he was able to recover with a down special and do a bit of damage to Sonic as well. Sonic definitely needs to get in some percent here, or Dr. Mario's going to land a forward smash, and now Sonic's a stock behind, and Dr. Mario's only at about 20, or 34.7% now about 41, which is still pretty much just a forward or up smash, or a forward air as well, and it's a pretty even game in terms of percent already. Landing the up special, that could be enough to get Sonic, no, he saves him with a neutral air. Sonic making sure Dr. Mario gets back to stage from an up air. Would be a neutral special from Doc to add in some percent. What if Dr. Mario's Mega Vitamins healed in doubles? I think that'd be kind of cool. To have like a healer teammate in Smash. There's not really any character that can do that. Although it'd be a little strange on how that would work. Like, you'd have to stand next to someone and then just neutral be into them. But I think that could be a pretty cool idea. There are healer items, though. But yeah, get a neutral special from Dr. Mario there on Sonic. I believe that was a weak hit as well, so it's not going to kill, but does read the roll in with the up smash. And that's going to be the game. Dr. Mario, even though he's a bit slower in terms of movement speed, a lot faster in terms of brain power. So, gets to move on to round 2. Against either Joker or Blood Falcon. Blood Falcon is kind of supposed to be banned from these tournaments, as he did try to kill Captain Falcon last season, but he managed to make his way back in somehow. He was even defeated at the Contest of Champions last season, but he did not win it, so he's technically not banned in that regard. He's just banned because he did try to kill another tournament goer outside of the tournament. We're gonna have to fight Joker as well. Don't think Joker's ready for the power of Blood Falcon, but he seems to be doing a pretty good job. Blood Falcon with the stomp is going to be able to take the first stock of the game. Joker landing with a gun. Gets our sin, so he could turn this around. Blood Falcon playing really aggressively now. Or I guess even more aggressively than normal. Gonna land a side special. Blood Falcon's pretty much tied it up in terms of percent until that side special from Joker. Now he's even taken the lead in percent, and is still a stock ahead of Joker. Gets a forward smash on Joker. So Joker 2 stocks behind the Falcon, or to Blood Falcon's 139.7% first stock. Joker with the air dodge, and it's actually going to be enough to kill Joker at 0, so Blood Falcon is going to move on to round 2. With a 3 stock as well. So I guess he's been training ever since his defeat. But yeah, now we've got Yoshi versus Pac-Man here. Yoshi starting off with a side special on the platform, almost breaking back our Pac-Man's shield with that down special there. Shield got really low. Land a double forward air. Gets a bell. Misses it. Doesn't go for the re-grab either. Gets a down special. Could see something come from this. Pac-Man does have the lead, but not by much. Yoshi could take it back with that combo, though he doesn't land it because he does go for a down throw. Pac-Man with a back air. Covering really low. Yoshi does land a hit of the up special. Yoshi with a neutral air into an up smash, so Yoshi's taken back the lead just off of that. But was a pretty weak up smash. Yoshi going really low. Gets caught by Pac-Man's up special into an up air. Another up air from Pac-Man. Yoshi returns it with a down special. Not going to be enough to kill, but that back air will. So, Pac-Man losing the first stock of the game. Yoshi's at about 160, so 170 now. Pac-Man just needs a pretty strong hit to be able to take the stock. Up air's not really seeming to be able to do that. Down air going to launch the opposite direction he wants. Lands forward air through the egg. But runs up and down smash Yoshi, so he does get a stock. If Yoshi would have survived on his first stock throughout this entire match, that would have been pretty impressive. Yoshi returning the bell back to Pac-Man with a down air as well. Just going to get a lot of percent from that. It's a down air edge guard, while Pac-Man's trying to side special, and then catches the air dodge with a forward smash. Jumps over the up B from Yoshi, lands an up smash. Another forward smash coming from Yoshi. To a back air. Down special. Tries to land an up air afterwards, but doesn't connect. Yoshi's almost taken back the lead in terms of percent, but he's still got a stock lead over Pac-Man. Pac-Man really needs like a bell into a forward smash or something to even up the game. Or at least have a chance of winning. Might not even end up from that. But it would definitely be better to get just beat out with your opponent at a single stock left rather than them two stocking you. Which that's definitely likely at the moment to happen. Pac-Man at 99.1% on his tournament stock, now 112 after that down special from Yoshi. Yoshi with the back air. Pac-Man tries to go to the corner, but it's not going to be enough. I think he kind of jumped in the corner because he kind of went upwards and then he went, like on the radar, I saw him go to the top blast zone and then kind of go into the corner afterwards, after moving down a bit and then dying from that, so he might have jumped in, but who really knows. Now we've got Luigi versus Donkey Kong. Both of these characters are very grab-oriented, so I guess it kind of just depends on who gets the ground first, on who's going to win. Donkey Kong does have a bit higher percent than Yoshi, or than Luigi currently. Now about 50% difference. Luigi with the forward smash angled upwards. I don't know why I keep getting those two confused. Maybe they're both green and their names end with I. And they're both from Mario, but that could be one of the reasons. But yeah, that's going to be a back throw there, and that's going to be enough to take the first stock of the game for Luigi. Donkey Kong now at 0% on the second stock, Luigi at 109.9 on his first still. Pretty nice combo there by Luigi. It's kind of the start of something, potentially. Still at about 34.8%, so... I don't know if he had a bit of percent before that or not, so that's why I said about. Donkey Kong starting to get in a few hits here, building up some damage. But yeah, now Donkey Kong has Giant Punch, so just needs to get a setup to land it. Maybe like an up air into Giant Punch or something. That's not true. Or he's just gonna let it happen, and Luigi's gonna lose stock from it. So, Luigi at tournament stock here at 0%, Donkey Kong at 130.3 on his second stock, and Luigi got hit by a forward smash as well from Donkey Kong, so it's going to be a lot of percent. An up air into up air as well, so Luigi with a back air is going to be able to even up the games in terms of stock, but Luigi is at 62.5%, so Donkey Kong's had a pretty good comeback here, going for the fair. Not going to be able to land it though. With the up special, Luigi's gonna get a lot of percent. Tries to go for another up special, but it does sour spot. It's an up smash out of shield, or I guess really out of parry, but grab out of parry. Donkey Kong lands a back air. Luigi gets a misfire to be able to return to stage. Donkey Kong almost landing that back air on Luigi. Could have been the game. Lands a neutral air though. Tries to go for another back air, but Luigi air dodges it. Luigi landing back air of his own. Tries to fair Donkey Kong, but he lands an up air. Luigi gets a sour spot on the fair, and that is going to be enough to take Luigi's final stock. So Donkey Kong is going to move on to round 2. Oh yeah, that was pretty close to being a last hit game there. If Luigi would have landed like 2 or 3 hits, that could have been last hit. Now we've got Diddy Kong versus Mr. Game & Watch. So if Diddy Kong wins this game, we can see Diddy Kong fight Donkey Kong.
3, 2, 1.
And I'll just refer to them as like DK and Diddy, rather than saying like Donkey and Diddy. Doesn't Diddy Kong have a new infinite now or something? I know he has the old infinite where you down special into a down throw with the banana in your hand, or something like that. Or it might be like down throw re-grab banana, or something like that, into a down throw. Like you have to do it really quickly. I know that, but I think he has a new one where now you can just banana. You don't really have to land any down throws. He'd only be able to land at center platform, I think, though, on this stage. But I don't think he'd go for it. But yeah, it's a pretty even game here. Mr. Game & Watch with the jab. It's going to take the lead, but Diddy Kong landing a back air is going to make it about a 3% difference. Lands an up tilt on Diddy. I mean, on Game & Watch. Yeah, it's still somewhat even here. Neither have taken a stock, but both are at really high percents. Mr. Game & Watch with the neutral air. Lands a neutral special into a dash attack as well. Diddy landing neutral air into an up air. It's not going to be enough to kill, but it was really close. Lands a forward air as well. for a monkey flip, but misses and manages to make it backstage. Game & Watch with the back throw, not going to be enough to kill. Diddy Kong is going to be able to recover. Still at the ledge though. Lands an up air against Game & Watch's forward air. Diddy Kong is going to be able to take the first stock, but Game & Watch takes it right back with a jab, so now it's an even game again. Going to be a neutral air into up air from Game & Watch. Diddy Kong landing a down throw. Game & Watch slipping on the banana, but Diddy Kong doesn't punish. Game & Watch almost had the 9 there. If he would have taken a step forward, he would have had that 9. And gotten a kill free pretty much. But Diddy Kong with a kill, so Game & Watch going to die at 90% this time instead of like 170. But Diddy Kong's still at 99.7 on his second stock, so Game & Watch could take it back in about the same way. He couldn't just run up and jab Diddy, but he could, run up and forward smash. Run up in 9 as well, but he got a 5 there, even though it didn't connect. An up tilt coming up from Game & Watch. So, Game & Watch really needs to take the stock from Diddy Kong pretty soon if it's going to be an even game again. But Diddy Kong landing a monkey flip. Doesn't get an edge guard, but Game & Watch recovers and knocks Diddy Kong off stage, but Diddy Kong's recovery allows him to get backstage. Game & Watch with the dash attack's not going to be enough to kill, but sends Diddy off stage. It's at the ledge. Game & Watch with the neutral air into an up air. Diddy Kong's at 169.7 with an up air. Knocked at 182.4. So yeah, either Diddy Kong needs to close out this stock pretty soon if he wants to get a 2 stock, or Game & Watch needs to close out the stock. So he doesn't get 2 stock, and he does close it out with the down air. Game & Watch could still come back if he does get a 9 out of like a fair or a down smash into a 9, but I don't think he can down smash into 9 currently. He almost landed that fair, but he actually gimped Diddy Kong, because I think he up specialed inside of Diddy Kong's up special and hit him with the parachute, so then it was just enough to gimp Diddy Kong. So Game & Watch with the snipe is going to be able to move on to round 2. But yeah, I think he hit him with the parachute part of the up special. That's what happened. But now we've got Young Link versus Ness. Something on my screen now, I should often kind of poke my hand.
2, 1, go!
Poke my finger, I mean not really my hand, because it's just a small thing. Yeah, Young Link getting in a bit of percent off of those bombs. Ness won the last tournament, so have to see what he does here. He should be able to avoid a lot of Young Link's projectiles, as I believe he can absorb fire arrows, but I know he can absorb bombs, so with his side magnet. So he should be able to just negate everything except for the side special, which is going to be the boomerang. Going to recover really low here, so that way he can avoid getting gimped, although Young Link does catch his recovery. Down air into up air. Drag down fair into up air from Ness as well. Young Link landing a nair, going to knock Ness off stage, facing away from ledge. Which basically... oh wait, that doesn't really affect Ness as much as it does with Lucas. Landing a PK fire to kind of counteract the bomb there. Gonna recover really low here. Catches Toon Link with the fair. Toon Link blows... not Toon Link, but Young Link, and he gets blown up by his own bomb. Back throw, not going to be enough to take the stock. Avoids the boomerang as well. Young Link retreating back to the left stage after going for an edge guard. Gets a boomerang, but Ness is still able to recover. Ness at 195, that up special is going to kill. But Ness had pretty much evened out the game for this stock. Like, all he has to do is just land a back throw or an up air, and should be enough to even out the game. So definitely not a bad way to end a stock. Going with a nair. If Young Link wouldn't have landed the combos at the beginning of the match, then Ness would have probably taken this first stock of the game. So I think Ness could potentially come back from this. Just land a forward smash and gains the lead for the first time in this match. It's PK fire as well, so it's going to be a lot of percent. Young Link with the up smash, he only lands about the final hit, I think, but it's still going to be enough to give him the lead. Though Ness takes it back with a PK fire, so they're pretty much going to be trading lead now. The up air from Ness almost killed there. Hits Young Link with the PK Thunder, and Young Link was not able to tech the hits, so Ness is going to be able to take the stock there. Now with the stock lead, Ness kind of either just needs to get this final kill, or Young Link needs to take Ness's stock, which he did pretty quickly there, with a really nice bomb combo. Like, I think he Z-dropped a bomb, and then landed on the platform after Z-dropping one, and then got another bomb out in time, and was able to throw it at Ness. What happened there? We got him a lot of percent, and then he was just able to close out the stock. Yeah, about a 1% difference between the two, so Young Link is going to take the lead. They trade, but Young Link still has the lead. Ness with the sweet spot on the back air. I thought he just gimped Young Link there, but his up special was able to save him. Ness's PK fires keep going into the stage. That's your shield shot in melee. Lands a neutral air. Goes for the PK Thunder edge guard. He is able to hit it. And an up smash from Young Link. And actually, it's going to be enough. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough or not. No, this isn't practice for anything, this is just kind of fun, and just me watching some games. I either commentate if no one talks in chat, or I just talk to chat if people will talk. But yeah, now we have Mars vs. Zelda in round 2. Gonna be at Dr. Wily's castle. I think probably Blood Falcon will take this tournament, as he was able to 3-stock Joker. I think he was the only 3-stock so far. And Captain Falcons usually do pretty well in these tournaments. Yeah, it's a pretty even game here. Or, not too even, but in terms of just like the matchup, it's kind of even. Back air from Zelda's gonna be able to sweet spot. Yeah, I feel like just in this game in general, they're much smarter than previous Smash games. Except maybe not a CPU. Not a CPU always SDs. At least in this tournament, whenever the Ice Climbers played against Zelda in like the first game, Nana SD'd on the final stock. And that was like the only SD so far in this tournament. Marth gets a tipper neutral air to kind of get a stock from Zelda. He actually got that stock pretty early. Yeah, I usually play Smash. Like yesterday I did viewer battles, and I still have about 960 hours in the game. Although, last time I checked it was 955, so it might be a bit more than 960, because it's been a while since I checked. But yeah, I usually play the game, and then sometimes I do CPU tournaments. Sometimes I play different games on the Switch, but it's mostly just Smash. Yeah, I've played it since day one. Like the night that it came out, I played for about 5 or 6 hours. And then the day after had all the characters unlocked, I think. It might have been the day after that, but it was about that time. But yeah, Marth's gonna lose his stock there to, I think, down air from Zelda, so now it's looking pretty good for Zelda. I'm actually not that great online, but I'm kind of decent offline. Because I played mostly offline, but I feel like online, there's just like too much lag in certain scenarios. Especially for where I live, because I live kind of in the middle of nowhere. But I have solid enough internet to be able to stream and still do viewer battles and have like 5 bars and everything. But on quick play, like no one in my area plays the game, so it's kind of just distance. But I usually don't really have too many lag issues on viewer battles. It's just usually quick play. When I play by myself, I have a massive amount of lag. So that's why I usually just play offline if I'm alone, and then if I stream, then I'll stream viewer battles or something like this. I play mostly against my friends, but like if I do play offline against them, that's usually if we like meet in person or something, or if they come over to my house or something like that. But sometimes I do play just like arenas against them, so no, I don't go to any tourneys, because like the closest tournament to me would probably be about 2 hours away. Yeah, Zelda was able to take that game with a forward smash there. So now we have Dr. Mario versus Blood Falcon.
3, 2, 1, go!
But yeah, I don't think I would be good enough to go to a tournament. Anyway, but yeah, I would think the closest one would be about 2 hours away. If not the second closest, or I guess the closest one would be probably about 30 minutes away, if it's not 2 hours away. Yeah, for sure. Or just like in training mode, just by yourself practicing combos if you can't go to tourneys. But yeah, I've learned a lot of just playing the game on my own, like the characters that I play, because I've played random for like the longest time, so I've known a bit about most characters. The characters that I'm weaker at, I still have about 2 hours of playtime with, so it's not like I don't know anything about them. But the characters I'm stronger with, like Lucina was my main, but I'm probably going to switch over to Pikachu. But Lucina still has the most playtime for me at about 18 or 19 hours, I would think. Yeah, Dr. Mario is going to get stomped there, and looks like Blood Falcon might be able to get a second 3-stock. At this rate, although, I mean, he is up 151, so maybe not, and it is Dr. Mario. Though he keeps running into the up smashes, so he might. No, he gets it back right there. Okay. It's a jab. Though, Blood Falcon gets the jab as well. But yeah, I also do these CPU tournaments to kind of learn some stuff from the CPUs sometimes that I don't know. Like, whenever I started the game, I did a CPU tournament and learned, like, down tilt, down air for Falcon. Like, how low the angle of down tilt was, because I rarely used it with Captain Falcon before, because I didn't really play Falcon that much. Yeah, up smash from Blood Falcon's gonna take the game there. But the CPUs actually kind of do hype stuff sometimes. So there is some entertainment from it, and there's some stuff that you can learn from it if you're not used to characters, or if you just want to learn matchups from pretty much two experts playing with each other.
3, 2, 1.
Or not really experts, but kind of intermediate. Yeah, Donkey Kong's gonna take the lead for this one. It would have been Diddy Kong versus Donkey Kong next game. Or, yeah, next game maybe. But, Diddy Kong got sniped by Game & Watch's up special. In their game. There's an up tilt from DK. Back air might kill, actually, for Yoshi. Although maybe not. Because Donkey Kong's pretty heavy. But up smash will kill, for sure. Dash attack. Doesn't get a follow up off of that. Yoshi's actually kind of taking back the lead here. I don't think Yoshi actually had the lead. In a side special, though, I think he had the weak hit or something there. That sounded off. Neutral air into a back air. Back air there, Yoshi doesn't tech it. And a back air. Yeah, that's gonna kill even in the corner, so couldn't DI it. Teched it on the wall. Or I think it might have glitched wrapped and it just looked like he teched it on the wall. Tries to do drag down air. Baits out the slide special for a down special. I'm surprised that tilt on the lane was able to hit. I think that was 4 tilt though, so maybe not. It just looked like it hit barely. But yeah, that'll kill. So Yoshi moves on to round 2.
Yoshi wins.
And now we have Game & Watch versus Young Link. So apparently Game & Watch is really good against projectile-based characters. And that's kind of like the strength of him. But I really haven't been able to see that much from Game & Watch, so I kind of want to see what he does here. Just from like playing as him, because I don't really play against projectile characters whenever I get Game & Watch. Or, you know, Young Link can just SD at 0. Yeah, I would think it's from his bucket, but he's not really using the bucket at all for this match. Even though he could get it full from the bombs pretty easily. Yeah, he's gonna get blown up there as well, so that for sure is gonna kill. up special into an up air. So Youngling's kind of coming back after SCing at 0, but he's still got a while to go. Almost gets the 9, but barely misses it. Gets up special into a dash attack. Dash attack is going to kill. Didn't think it would. But I think Youngling kind of went into the blast zone there for a second time. Gets a fair into a neutral air. Pretty good shield press for Game & Watch, but he didn't really keep it up because he went for an up tilt. If he would have gone for like a rapid jab or something, maybe could have pressured a bit better. Or just jumped out of the way of Youngling's shield. Gets the back air though. So Youngling could still come back from this. You see it's like an up special to up air about 3 times. It's an up tilt. Misses down tilt. Alright, I guess he didn't really miss it, it just got shielded. But yeah. I mean, Youngling's pretty much just throwing projectiles at Game & Watch and hoping that they hit. And then Game & Watch is kind of just trying to hit Youngling with neutral B, I think is what's happening here. So he goes in for an air. So he's starting to play aggressive, but then gets dash attacked while neutral being. So Youngling actually came back from that after SDing at 0. Could have been a very different game for sure. So yeah, for this side we've got Zelda versus Blood Falcon. So Zelda's the winner of the first tournament of the set of 4, so if she wins this, then whoever makes it to finals on the other side is going to automatically enter the pre-COCs. Although if Blood Falcon wins, then it's just whoever wins the finals. But Blood Falcon not off to a great start. You get up aired by Zelda. It's going to be on Final Destination as well, which is kind of going to give Zelda a slight advantage, as Falcon doesn't really have much area to run from projectiles or things like that. But yeah, Zelda with the fair. Blood Falcon can also get in a lot of percent for free because Zelda doesn't have really anywhere to run from Blood Falcon. It's kind of the downside of this. Counter pick. Can't like hide on the platforms can't or anything like that. Okay, that up smash is going to be enough to take Zelda's stock, so it's kind of an even game. Like, all Falcon needs just like a knee to be able to even it up. And then now he needs a bit more than that. So we're gonna land the forward smash, which does give him slight advantage. Misses the 2 frame on the down tilt. Yeah, it's kind of just Zelda's down specialing, so I wasn't really talking that much because she just kept doing the same thing over and over again. But Falcon. Gonna get a up special there because Zelda kind of dropped from left to try and spike Falcon, I think, but it just didn't end up working out. Although that is going to be enough to edgeguard Falcon, so it's an even game. Blood Falcon gets a back air for a bit of a lead on Zelda, although Zelda lands an up smash to take it back. Parries the first hit of the forward smash, but not the other hits. It's in the corner, which is definitely not where you want to be in this scenario. Yeah, Fair is going to be able to take it, so Blood Falcon does get eliminated and Zelda moves on to finals. So now we have Yoshi versus Youngling, and whoever wins this goes on to finals, and also technically enters the contest champions for free. But if they do beat Zelda, they get more points out of it, so it's much better to actually win the finals than just to be in the finals. But yeah, I thought Blood Falcon might have been able to take the game there, though. As soon as he started to just camp in the corner and shield, I knew that it was going to be Zelda's game. Zelda has really good corner pressure. But yeah, now back to this game. Yoshi throwing an egg to be able to block Youngling's bomb there, then Youngling picks up the bomb so that way if Yoshi grabbed him, he would be able to escape. Lands an up special while returning back to stage to take the lead. Down throw up air, not going to be enough to kill, but it actually got kind of close. Last one's a bit taller though, so maybe not. Hold on a second, did not mean to open that. So, sorry if the stream just started lagging pretty badly, but tried to get this off my screen. There it goes. So, it probably did just lag for a second because I accidentally opened up Internet Explorer, but, or not Explorer, but what is it, Microsoft Edge. So yeah, every time I open up another application, it's just gonna lag for a second. But it looks like everything's back to normal because the FPS did dip for a second. But yeah, it's a pretty even game still. Youngling does land a back air, I think that was. I couldn't really tell what to take the lead. Very slow start. Yoshi was at like 180. And all it takes for Youngling to die here is just like an up smash or forward smash from Yoshi, and that should be enough. But neutral air is not going to be able to take it. Not from that side, at least. Youngling's done a lot of damage on this stock, so Yoshi really needs to take its Youngling stock to be able to come back from this, and he does with an up smash. It's there. Gets an up smash, but Youngling landing a bomb. Tries to land a forward smash out of the bomb, but doesn't land it. Lands a forward smash there instead. So, Youngling already at 50% after that forward air, but Yoshi's still at 0. He is at his tournament stock though. So, Youngling still has 2 stocks. Does get a pretty nice combo there to be able to get Youngling to 113.9. Although, he still hasn't taken the stock. Yeah, that neutral air is going to be enough to take Youngling the stock though. So. The forward tilt hit Yoshi on the ledge, so it definitely put Yoshi into a bad spot because he's currently being ledge trapped. But now Youngling's back on the stage. Or I mean Yoshi was back on the stage and then Youngling got back on the stage bit afterwards. Yoshi's at 112.8 and Young's at 29.4, but they're both on their tournament stocks. Yoshi is a bit behind though. He'll land a down throw, and Youngling blew himself up with the bomb there. Blew himself up again. Jab. To the double up special into a forward smash, and that is going to be enough to take Youngling's stock. So Yoshi, with the comeback, manages to barely defeat Youngling there. I think the up specials kind of sealed the deal. I don't think if Yoshi would have landed forward smash without the up specials, it might have killed. Although it just depends on what percent Youngling was at before he was hit, because I didn't really get to see that. But yeah, now we've got Zelda versus Yoshi for finals. If Yoshi wins this game, he gets higher ranking, and then if Zelda wins this game, she gets higher ranking, and then Yoshi still enters in the contest of champions, so he's still going to be in the next tournament. Yeah, Blood Falcon was defeated by Zelda, so don't think he's going to show up into the next tournament as well, but maybe. There's always a chance, and he could come back, though I think that might have just sealed his fate. Zelda with a kind of early lead here, of about 20%, so it's not too great of a lead or anything like that. Yoshi's down air there was almost able to take it back, but then Zelda's down air almost spiked Yoshi. Down special is going to take the lead though. Although Zelda's down special takes the lead back, so I guess they're both going to be trading it for a while, so I'm not going to be saying that. Yeah, Yoshi with the up air. Zelda landing nair. Another nair. Into a forward air after reading Yoshi's rule, so that's going to be the stock. Zelda is at 112, so Yoshi could take a stock from her pretty easily, but don't know if he can do it because he was barely able to take Youngling's stock at like 140 on the first stock, and then manages to land a forward smash on the final stock at 80 and it killed at the ledge though. Forward air from Yoshi. Not going to be enough to kill, but it's going to do a bit of damage. If it would have been Sour Spot, I think it could have killed, potentially. But because of its sweet spot, it knocks Zelda into the ground, so it didn't really get even close. Zelda is at 157, or 155.7, but then at 166 she does lose the stock to a back throw. With a nair into up tilt, although the up tilt did get blocked as Zelda didn't have enough hits done. Yoshi is at 149, so they're just going to send him off stage. The down tilt will as well. But Yoshi does manage to find his way back. He's still at ledge though, gets knocked off stage again to an up air after trying to down air Zelda. So Zelda with a pretty big lead here. Yoshi really needs to like gimp Zelda or something here. Be able to come back from this. Yeah, both haven't hit each other, but they were both doing a pretty good job of dodging their moves there. Yes, Zelda with the up air. Going to be able to do a bit of percent to Yoshi. It's not going to be enough to kill, but it's definitely going to make Yoshi's comeback potential much lower. Needs to be able to take this stock, probably within the next 10 seconds to be able to come back. because that'll give him about a minute to come back. Will that back throw from Zelda could be enough? And it is. I thought he might have been able to DI that, and I thought he did for a second there. But I guess it was just a bit slower than most back throw kills. But yeah, Yoshi still enters in the contest as champion. Zelda just gets higher ranking. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna continue streaming the next tournament and just go in and set up that one, which will only take me a second.